Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to rescue the survivors. I'm going to use a ninja loadout for this because the increased mobility means I can get around the map more quickly to find the survivors. I've picked Dragon Scorch this time. The Dragon Slash is very useful for a couple of the survivor types where you have to defend them against husks that chase after them. So everything here is built to make the Dragon Slash as effective as possible. This one's only power level 70. I've already done the higher level Rescue the Survivors missions today.
This zone is about to get clobbered by a monster squall. We've got 20 minutes to evacuate the survivors. Good luck.
So as Ray just said, it's a 20-minute mission. You have to rescue a minimum of 6 survivors. You can see the survivor count at the top left. So this type of survivor has a number of husks that attack, and once those husks have been killed, you can then actually rescue the survivor itself. And as you see, the timer on the top left, sorry, the counter on the top left has now incremented to say 1 out of 6 is collected. So I'm going to mark the storm chest. If I've got time at the end of the mission, I'll come back and complete it. Okay, so this type of survivor is one of the easiest to defend. All you need to do is build up a bridge over the top so that the husks can walk across to reach the survivor. That way then they stop banging on the vehicle underneath, and the survivor herself is completely immune to any kind of damage until that van is destroyed. So by giving the husks a bridge across, they will hit the survivor, but the survivor won't take any damage. Occasionally they will break the bridge, which means they will then go back to starting to bash the vehicle, because that's the only way to get to the survivor. So just throw a bridge back up. Oh, dinosaur decided to join the party. And then you can stand up here and just kill enough husks. I'm not sure the length of the timer there, but husks will keep on spawning until the survivor has been rescued. But as I say, that's one of the most simple ones to complete. You can see why I've chosen a ninja for this kind of mission. There's an awful lot of running around looking for the survivors.
Survivor in danger.
Okay, so this is another one that needs to have the husks attacking them killed quickly. The survivors in general are pretty stupid and will run into crowds of husks if you're not careful. So we've now rescued 3 out of the minimum of 6. And what we've got here is we've got 2 different survivors that can be saved. So there's a survivor pylon, and there's also over here there's a knocked survivor as well. Okay, so with the knocked survivor you have to call a medbot in, and then you have to give the medbot 2 blue glow to fuel it. So I'm going to go and look for that blue glow, and then when I come back I will also build the pylon.
Survivor in danger.
Okay, so we've got another survivor on top of the vehicle. So again, I've just built a little ramp. Now you can, if you want to be efficient, is just build the ramp and then continue on and come back later on to actually rescue the survivor. The issue there is occasionally, as you saw with the last one, the husks will break the ramp and bridge, in which case they will then kill the survivor. So it's generally safer to wait. And there we go, so that's that survivor rescued. And we go and look for the next one. And try and find some more blue glow. We've only got one so far. Okay, so there's another van here, so I'm going to build a ramp up this time because we want to make sure that the husks can actually walk around there, and husks spawning have broken that ramp already, so I'm going to go across here and build another ramp and try again. Okay, so the husks have already destroyed the build, which means that they're going to start attacking the survivor, and the dinosaur has knocked the survivor off the map. So that survivor can't be rescued. So you have to rescue a minimum of 6. There are a total of 15 that spawn on most maps. That's 9 bonus survivors. If you do rescue all 15, you can't end the mission early. So you have to continue on and complete missions or do some farming or whatever else it is you might want to do. And I know the most that I'm now going to be able to rescue is the 6 minimum plus 8 additional. So I'm continuing around. You see the loot marker there was where I marked that storm chest earlier on.
Survivor in danger.
Okay, so there's another survivor here who is going to run backwards and forwards through a great crowd of husks that are trying to kill her until I kill the husks first. So the husks are all dead. I can now rescue her, and that's 5 out of 6. And then there's a smasher. Now I don't need to kill the smasher, but I might as well. I keep checking my map to see if any blue circles have appeared, because if you get a blue circle on your map, it means that there's a survivor somewhere nearby. And I can see that there's a icon on the mini-map showing a survivor somewhere in this building, I think. No. They're not hiding in this bus, but I have a tendency to bash vehicles anyway for the mechanical parts. Okay, so this type of survivor is a Ned survivor, and they lose their medkits. If you played BR at all, you know what a medkit looks like.
Check your map for the location of the medkit.
The medkit spawns on the map. You see you have the blue lines going around there. They show a circle, and the medkit can be can be found anywhere in that blue circle. So you just have to run around the blue circle looking for it. Could be on any level, could be up in a building, it could be on the ground, it could be in a cave. You just have to run around looking for it. When you get close enough, you get a little radar signal popping out, and that gives you an indication of where it is. I can't pick it up because the bees keep stopping me, so I just kill those husks, and there you can see the radar, how it points out. And just grab that medkit. And then you return back to the survivor to hand the medkit back to them. Now if you're doing this mission with other people, it doesn't matter who picks up the medkit, anyone can go back to the Ned to hand it over.
Another saved life.
Okay, so I've now rescued the 6 minimum that I need to save, and as you can see on the top left it says that there are bonus rescue 0. With this kind of survivor, the husks will beat on the car. The survivor is fine until the car gets destroyed, which seemed to happen very, very quickly there. And then the survivor will run backwards and forwards, complaining it's getting hit by husks, and then just run into a riot shield, husky shield. As I say, these survivors are pretty stupid. Now, when a survivor gets hit by husks, it will take damage, but you can use your adrenaline rush and it will heal a survivor. If the survivor has already been knocked, the adrenaline rush won't work, but whilst the survivor is still running backwards and forwards through the crowds of husks, you can use the adrenaline rush to heal the survivor. So yet another one that's going to run backwards and forwards through crowds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to box them in to stop them getting away. It's just a case of waiting out the timer and killing any husks that come towards her. And now I'm looking for the survivor that's somewhere in this building. And it's another Ned with his med kit. Now whilst you're looking for the med kit, Ned won't take any damage from the husks, so you don't need to worry about killing all the husks that go next to him. And quite often when you get back to the Ned, you'll find that there's a whole bunch of husks all around him, hitting him. But he won't take any damage, you can quickly just kill them and come back. So I'm going to prioritise rescuing this survivor before I find the med kit, because all the time when I'm running around, now I've been close enough, those husks will be beating on that car and that survivor potentially could get killed. So I just need to keep them alive. And again, that car disappeared pretty quickly. They normally last a little bit longer than that. But fortunately, because these are relatively low level husks, I can just beat them to death with my flaming baseball bat. And that's that survivor rescued. If you rescue survivors in a normal mission, you get a reward from those, but in a rescue the survivors mission, you don't get any reward specifically for rescuing the survivor itself. Okay, so the med kit is around here somewhere, but I can't find it. It appears to be in that wall, so I'm looking for a cave. Let's go out of the circle, and there we go, there's a cave. And it'll be in here somewhere. Just clear out the husks. Just behind me there. So grab that. And then I have to go back to Ned to give him his med kit. So I've just remembered I haven't even been back to the pylon and the knocked survivor yet, so I need to go to pick those up, because that's another two that are right next to each other.
More humans, fewer corpses. Win-win.
Okay, so we're now done 4. That means that there's 4 more to find, because one of them got killed. And we know where 2 of them are, so it's actually only another 2 to find. So I'm just going to have a quick look to find out why those cars got destroyed so quickly. And I guess it's wall weakening plus their nature husks. So nature husks do double damage to metal. So as the car is made of metal, that would explain why, when coupled with the wall weakening, the cars and the RV got destroyed pretty quickly. Okay, so another pylon here. What you have to do is collect the antenna, and then you build up, and I think it's 5 high, and you can witness my amazing building skills there. Oh, such fast editing. And up we go to the top, and you place down the floor, and then you can place the antenna on the top, and then you go and rescue that survivor at the bottom. And then we grab that extra piece of blue glow that I need to go and rescue that other survivor. And then as you look on the map, I will run in completely the opposite direction. So the survivor on the floor, as you see, is getting beaten by a fat husk, but because the survivor is already knocked, it doesn't do anything to him, so the medbot will shine a healing light on him and then give him electric shock, and he is now rescued. And so I've got 2 left to find, one of which is this pylon here. So I'll collect the antenna, and I build up 5 high. It doesn't matter what material you use here. And then you place the antenna on the top. Drop back down and talk to the survivor. The survivor from the pylon can get killed if you spawn him by putting the antenna on top of the pylon and don't get down to him quickly enough. He can get killed by other husks that are running around, so just make sure when you complete the antenna that you get down and talk to him quickly. So I'm now looking for the last one.
5 minutes left.
Somewhere on this map. I have no idea where they are, so I'm just going to run across some rooftops. I'm listening out, and there we go. It's right in front of me somewhere, so it's probably in this building. Chests quite often spawn on top of buildings, so if you need to find a chest or a mimic, that's often a good place to look. And again, it's another med bot, so I spawn the med bot, and then I've got to go and find another couple of bits of blue glow. And that's it, that's all of the survivors rescued apart from the one that got knocked off the map, with just under 4 minutes to spare, so time to do a bit of farming. Okay, so we've just got to the end now, the timer has run out. And that's the end of the mission. So I managed to rescue 14 out of the maximum of 15. One of them got knocked off the map by a dinosaur. Not really a lot I can do about that. And I've run quite a few survivors missions in this session. For 2 reasons. The first reason is I had the daily mission to rescue 50 survivors, which normally I would spread out over a couple of days. I don't really need to rush to get those in. And the other reason is I noticed I was quite close to finishing off the Guardian Angel challenge, which is to rescue 10,000 survivors across multiple missions. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for your time.